And so when you listen to advice from top tier creators, one of the things that you often don't hear about is how do I get more impressions? Why? Because they don't have that problem. Because they have zillions of followers. They're successful, and a lot of them, especially if they've been doing this for 10 plus years, have been creating content when, for lack of a better word, and this is not a judgment on them, but like back when social media was easy, there was less people in the pool. There was less people to fight it against and compete against. You weren't competing against people with like tons of AI money and armies. You're competing mostly against people who were kind of like you and doing it, with their cell phone and maybe a nicer camera and working on their editing and doing that kind of thing. And like it's really hard to compete right now. It just is. And so I think one of the things that they kind of miss with a lot of the advice that they give is that they don't really connect the fact that like you may not be able to wait a week's worth of time before changing a thumbnail and title, for example. Why? Because you might stop getting impressions. This is very common in my content that I've seen a lot, is that like you wait and maybe if the video doesn't really do well in that first opening peak of impressions, the first couple days peaks of impressions, your impressions will just flatline. And impressions are basically shot at bat, right? So the impressions are your chance to actually perform. And the thing is, I can change my title and thumbnail after that, but that's not going to get my impressions to change up. So even if there's like an uptick in CTR suddenly, it doesn't matter because I missed my 2,000 impression window, and then after that, it it decreases. So you don't have shots at bat anymore. So the point that I'm making about this is like you really want to do things that increase your shots at bat.